I covered this guy a while ago, but he's the TikTok prankster, quote unquote prankster, who went to a grocery store and started spraying produce with bug spray, which is like disgusting, and it just pisses me off. Now, to be honest, I always thought that like people do this kind of stuff and they never get in trouble, or we just never hear anything about it, but this guy actually got in trouble. Here he is right here. He was sentenced to prison for contaminating grocery store produce. His name is Wolfie Kahletti. He's been sentenced to 1 year in prison after admitting to spraying insecticide on grocery store produce. Now, the debate that we've been having in my community is if 1 year is long enough. So I want to know what you guys think. I know Kalulus thinks 5 years. I'm thinking 1 year is probably fine. Okay, I honestly, because that's like, because nobody got hurt. That's my stance. Because nobody got hurt, I think a year to think about it is good. If this guy does something again after that, then yeah, I mean, definitely go way harsher. Give him 5+ if he does something similar, you know, like whatever he does, just go harsh on him because he's not learning his lesson, right? So, I mean, I don't know. Nobody got hurt. I think a year is a long time to think about something stupid like this. But the guy has a bunch of other videos of him like doing this stuff. Actually, let's just watch this one first. So this is like the infamous video of him actually doing it. So, and playing this video is going to make the year go up for a lot of you guys. But let me know in the chat, how many years do you think is acceptable in prison for this crime that we're about to watch here? Here we go. There's himself. He's got the hot shot. A little spray there. Some spray there on those pumpkins. Oh, he's just kind of sanding it. Let's get all these fucking... He's spraying a lot of stuff. They had to throw all of that out. So all that had to get thrown out. Nobody bought it. Nobody got hurt, but they did have to throw all of that away, and people were at risk of potentially buying it. So what do you guys think is the crime or the punishment that fits this crime? What do you guys think? He got sentenced for 4 years. Oh, wait, at the end of the video, he says threw them away. What did you do? Wait, did he throw them away? Huh. Interesting. Okay, so it looks like he threw them away himself. 1.5 years in community service. He could have killed people more than once. Well, I guess he did document himself getting all the stuff that he sprayed and throwing it away. Did he do a good enough job getting all that stuff to throw away? I don't know. If I had to guess, if I had to bet, he was probably lazy and missed some stuff. And they also threw away everything else. How do you know no one bought something in the 10 minutes? I think they like looked it up. You know, like they saw it on the cameras and stuff. Yeah, I remember when I covered this when it first happened, and they very quickly threw away all of that produce. Yeah, so it's damage to property. You know, there's that. Oh yeah, he received 3 years probation for criminal damage and solicitation to commit burglary. So okay, yeah, interesting. So they threw like everything they could at him. He's sentenced to 1 year in prison with 136 days served credit. Okay, so he's been in jail the entire time, and that's going to be applied as credit, which is a little less than half the time to think about it. It sounds like he didn't put up much of a fight legally. He just he pled guilty. After he got arrested, if he eventually just realized the situation he's in and then made this an easy case for the DA, then they can sometimes, you know, take that into consideration when it comes to your sentencing. I think he got 6 months and 2 years probation. 6 more months, or a little bit more than 6 months, because he has time served as credit already. So here's what I think. Like, I don't think that he intentionally was trying to hurt anybody. I think this guy's just a retard. I think that this guy is just like, I'm going to be famous. I'm going to be, you know, some sort of, you know, there's these people, they'll do whatever it takes to become internet famous, even to absolutely retarded and disgusting things like spraying produce with fucking bug spray. So I think that like his agenda was to just make a shocking video at the expense of others, and also just very irresponsibly doing something that can affect others. No care for others. But I don't think that he was like, I'm gonna spray these and I hope someone eats it and dies, right? So there's different levels of like crime here, and if I think that being a retard and doing something really stupid like this is definitely, you know, a crime, right? And it's at this level, and I think a year of prison is a good punishment for this crime personally. But then there's also like, okay, but what if he actually wanted to hurt something? Like, that's what his intent was. His intent was to hurt somebody. That crime is like way higher, in my opinion. Like this, you were going from like 1 year to 10 plus years here for me. Okay. The intent changes everything. That's just how I see it. I know, and it's easier for me to say that because I'm like practicing trying to be as fair as possible as like a YouTuber who's covering this stuff, you know? So I've been like trying to be more like that. If I wasn't like a YouTuber covering this story, I would say like 5 years. Yeah, I totally would. I'd be like, fuck this guy, 5 years. You know? But since I'm trying to be fair and think about, you know, everything in a more realistic way and not emotionally, I think a year is fair. Basically, you know, it seems like he was easy to deal with the DA. They got a pretty easy case against him. He's getting some time served as credit, and I maybe I'm being optimistic. I hope this guy like goes and he gets out and then he becomes a good guy, you know. But he could be so brain rotted and so far gone he goes right back to doing this shit again. And if he does, then, you know, definitely be way more harsh on this guy because he's a repeat offender. Prison is easy, jail is rough. Well, he did the first part of his time in jail, so he's been in jail, so he just spends the other a little bit more than half in prison. That's easy mode for him. Oh, I just hope that he gets out and he stops being a fucking dumbass. I honestly think that he should just not be allowed back on the internet. Like if he tries to make a YouTube channel, he should be banned, you know, because of doing this stuff. And he should go find a different career path. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Get out of our industry. You're doing that shit. But here's the thing too, right? So I've been kind of like being lenient on this guy, but he also has a history of doing other types of videos. Now, they weren't as bad as the bug spray one, but it's still fucked up. Like, so here he is walking into a McDonald's, pulling some stuff. And it's not the only, this is not the only other video. There's a lot of videos. Just threw that person's food on the ground. And then he just runs like a bitch. Here's some footage of him getting arrested.
Have your name and date of birth?
Charles Smith.
In an MCSO orange jumpsuit, Charles Smith, who goes by Wolfie Kahletti on social media, was in court for the second time in just a few days. Already arrested in Mesa over the weekend, where police say he took this can of bug and flea killer off the shelf at a Walmart and sprayed the pesticide on produce that was on sale for anyone to buy, all while filming the action himself. The 27-year-old told officers he's a self-proclaimed troll and that he makes up to $10,000 a month posting those videos on social media.
Not anymore. He probably was. That's, you know, that's a pretty I mean, here's what I think. He probably did one $10,000 a month. And then is constantly chasing it. That's a pretty common way this goes about, but he's 27 years old. What a dipshit, dude. Can't believe he's doing this at 27.
The court paperwork for the latest arrest is sealed, but as part of his release conditions, the judge told Smith he is not allowed to be on any social media. And he's not allowed to set foot inside any Bosa Donut shop.
Okay.
We reached out to Bosa Donut.
They should add Walmart to the list, add McDonald's, add all of them.
For comments, but have not heard back.
Yeah, they don't want to talk about this, bro. They don't want to. No, they just want to sell donuts, man.
Do you have any questions for me?
I do. I have a pet at the house, and we live alone, and she hasn't been able to eat in like 6 days. I was wondering if I have any access of going home and promising to return to court the next court date.
So you already have.
See, he sounds pretty cooperative already, and he's just trying to go check on his pet. The realization that he fucked up has happened, and his best way out of this is to be as cooperative and not a problem as possible. That's probably why he got the year. Honestly, like, look how this is how it goes. Like, if you know, like it's not always the case. Sometimes that works against you, and you get way more penalty because you're a bitch and you didn't fight. Okay, but in this case, there's nothing to fight against. He's caught red-handed. He uploaded it himself. 27-year-old man took that video and uploaded it to the internet like a retard, not realizing it was going to cost a year of prison time and ruin his whole like pranking career.
I have a bond in the other case, and so I can't control that bond.
In a statement Tuesday, the Maricopa County Attorney's Office says that its lawyers continue to review
I hope his pet's okay.
Smith's case, and that County Attorney Rachel Mitchell is particularly concerned because of the risk Smith created for the public and the possibility someone will try something similar to gain attention on social media.
The county attorney's office also wants to remind people not to repost these types of prank videos on social media. Instead, report the videos to law enforcement. We'll continue to follow Smith's case and bring you updates both on air and online. For now, reporting, Zach Perlutsky for Arizona's Family.
I kind of reposted the video, and one more video from him for the road. Here we go. I'll repost another one. This is yeah, he takes ice. I've seen this, right? This is the one that's really fucked up. This is why he should be banned from McDonald's. He goes into the back to the oil, and nobody's gonna stop him, and he just does that and leaves, which is gonna create a huge mess. Very dangerous. Can get people hurt. More air fryer stuff. Just making a mess.
What can I get for you? On a burrito? I got you.
27 years old. I haven't seen all these. The only other one I saw is him putting a bike lock on a door, locking people inside. Man, at first I agreed 1 year is enough, but he could have seriously hurt somebody there. Give him a day, less than 2 years, and make him sit in the county. Yeah, I mean, it's 2 years isn't it? It doesn't seem too unfair, I mean, especially after watching some more of these videos of him doing other shit, it's making me more pissed off. So like I'm being less and less rational right now about it,